Hi, where is room C? Okay, thank you.
Oh, hi.
We should start anytime soon, okay, guys? Just wait for a couple more people.
Oh, there's someone.
Hi.
Okay, welcome, come in.
Thank you. Here's my headshot.
What,
Who do I give it to?
Why headshot?
This is for Actors Anonymous, right?
Yes, this is actually nice, but you don't need a headshot to be here. It's fine.
Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You can just take a seat, please.
Right. This is casting for the screen version of James Franco's book, Actors Anonymous, right?
No, that's not what it is. That was James Franco's project. This is not what it is.
Is he casting?
Wait, what
Yes.
room is it in?
Well,
Maybe it's down the hall.
Is it here? I mean, I saw the sign, so. Oh, you guys are just kidding. Okay. Nice.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. This is not Actors Anonymous. This is actually the actual Actors Anonymous, okay? We are called the AAA, Triple A, the actual Actors Anonymous.
Triple A, isn't that like trucks, right?
I think it's bicycles.
No, nothing about trucks, nothing about bicycles. We are actually here because we want to quit acting. That's right, right?
Quit acting. Some kind of motivational group.
More like a demotivational group. Yes.
Okay.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, so she brought her headshot. Does that mean we should have all brought our headshots?
No.
I mean, I can go home and get mine.
I mean, this is like an improvised
No,
audition, right?
No,
You guys are so good, by the way. You're amazing.
Guys, this is just a simple introduction, okay? And you don't need your headshots. Unless you want to make a bonfire with them, then you can bring your headshots,
Okay,
okay?
got it.
No, I mean, but since
Wait,
they're all here.
no, should we have?
No, you don't need your headshots. I already said that.
Are you going to keep filming because I'm sad?
Oh.
The camera? No, the camera is just to keep minutes. It's fine.
Okay, good, because I'm not supposed to do anything like non-union. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
I said already that, no, am I speaking Portuguese or something?
Well, to be honest, you do sound like you're speaking Portuguese. I mean, I don't even know what he's saying, right?
I'm sorry. That's kind of racist.
Oh, and you're calling me racist?
Oh my God, you guys are so much fun. Hey, let's form an improv group.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm already a member of an improv group. I can't do another.
Guys. Please, let's focus. So he's saying first to introduce ourselves.
That's right. Let's start. Thank you. Your name, please?
Gabriella.
Gabriella, can you tell us a little bit about you?
Okay, so I'm Gabriella.
Hi, Gabriella.
Hi, I'm 24.
24. Okay. How old are you, Gabriella?
I mean, 27.
27. Okay.
All right, fuck it. I'm 30.
Yeah, so proud of you.
And I'm here because I thought at this point in my life, at 30, I would be somebody. And I would be a working actress. And I would be making some money. And maybe somebody would recognize me on the street, or I don't know. But all that happens is I go to these auditions and I compete with these beautiful models. And come on, I'm like 4'9". And they get the part. And I just think I'm not good enough.
Yes, I think you're right. You're not good enough, and that's why you're here.
You're so good. You guys are such good actors. I mean,
She just said that she's not good.
but you are. You are, though.
Thank you, Gabriella.
All right. Nice.
Yes, she's not good. Thank you.
What I can relate to you in a way. What my problem is, I really cannot stop acting. I understand that some people are really addicted to food, let's say. And they would wake up in the middle of the night and they would open the refrigerator and search for food. But when I open the refrigerator, I start acting. When I see a bottle of seltzer, I immediately turn into Blanche. I believe that there is something in it that provokes a little seed in me. So I say, oh, don't you dare look at me. Don't you dare look at me. You see, I just cannot act like a normal person. If I see a bottle of wine, Shakespeare, that's it. I say, what shall the king do now?
Okay.
You see,
would you like some carrots?
I don't need a carrot. I need to quit acting. That's what I need to do. You see, even now, I can't even talk. I just constantly act. I don't need a carrot.
Oh my gosh.
Really wait. I guess I could rinse it off.
Don't eat it. Don't eat it.
She's not a vegetarian.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for sharing. That was interesting. Can we have someone else share?
Yeah, I mean, I know what she's talking about, where you just can't stop, right? Like I literally have it in my blood. Acting is in my blood. It's in my DNA. I'm a descendant of a very famous acting family, legendary, the Booth family. You know the Booths?
Sure.
Yes, Edwin Booth, famous legendary Shakespearean actor. Yeah. Although to be perfectly transparent, I'm actually more a descendant of the of John Wilkes Booth. Yeah, I mean, I know very well known for assassinating Abraham Lincoln, but he was an actor in his own right.
Well, at least something, right?
Yeah. And so the hardest challenge I could ever face in my life is to give up acting. It's in me since before me, and no matter what I do plays, I'm all over the city, jumping all over the city, and I just don't seem to be getting anywhere. And the worst thing was finally, I thought maybe I had a good break, right? I got hired to be an extra on Saturday Night Live, and I'm right, yeah, really exciting, right? And it's this crazy scene. It's like on a beach, but there's like tanks and spaceships. It's crazy. The set is like out of control. And there's this like spot right in the middle of the sketch where like I'm wedged right between Scarlett Johansson and The Rock. And like, I said, I know they're going to see me on national TV. Like, I'm going to be there. This is my moment to shine, right? And so, like, before the rehearsal, I called my mom and I called my kids. I even called my ex-wife to gloat a little, right? And so we have the rehearsal. And then at the end of the rehearsal, before the actual show, Lorne Michaels, he just axes the sketch.
Wow.
Says this is not going in the show.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes. Oh yes. And so, just disposable, right? I mean, me, 40 other extras, this crazy set that must have cost thousands and thousands of dollars, just tossed away without a second thought. And that's what I feel like, tossed aside. Is that what it's come to? Is that how the industry views me, as disposable?
At least you got to do it, for that one little moment. You got to.
Yeah, but it was rehearsal.
Well, that's okay. It's still acting.
No, I didn't get my moment to
Rehearsing
shine.
is acting.
Had to call back my ex-wife and tell her not to watch.
Thank you for sharing your feelings. And thank you. Thank you. Anyone else would like to share the story? And if you also want to share your pronoun, that would be helpful too.
Pronoun?
Yes, the pronouns. It's a new thing,
Now, I don't even know what that is, but I guess I'll go.
Are he, a she, or a they?
He clearly. Thank you. Hi, I'm Charlie St. Regis.
Hi, Josh.
Yeah.
Charlie. Is that your real name or is that your stage name?
It's my stage name, but I don't understand why it's different.
No, it's just that we're trying to get rid of all our acting past, and stage name doesn't fit here. So you gotta share your without your real name. Could you please tell us your actual
Hi,
name?
I'm Charles.
Charles. Yeah, much better.
Charles is fun.
Thank you. So I love acting, and my husband says I need to get a real job because acting isn't a real job. But it is for me. Like I act every day, every weekend, every hour. You know, birthday parties.
Do you get paid for those jobs?
Sometimes, sometimes not. But I have so much fun. It's great. But maybe I should get a real job. But what's a real job, really? Like, should I be a secretary or a lawyer or a doctor, like a teacher?
Maybe he needs some help in the house and, pay for the rent, the electricity, and,
Oh, I can do that.
well, not with $40 per day.
Well, I guess I should get a real job.
A paying job, at least. Thank you for sharing. It's very important to be vulnerable, and, as actors, we know how to do that. And you're just showing that to us right here. I hope you're not acting. Well, all these stories are really, really moving us, right? Don't you feel the energy?
I understand what you feel. It's hard to have like your entire family, it's to, put pressure on you sometimes. Like you feel you're not supported. Yeah, I have that with my husband. My name is Sophie, by the way. Sophie Marceau, the famous French actress.
The family.
Oh yeah, we were talking about
Support,
family,
yeah.
and it's really important to have their support. I don't feel supported by my family. My husband actually called me a junkie the other day. He said,
Man, what are you
Yeah.
addicted to?
He said I was an audition junkie because I go to every single audition. You know how, as an actor you have to, sometimes go through a lot of auditions to get cast. And I don't care because I love auditioning. I'll audition for everything. I just, I love the process. I mean, how sometimes you get an audition, but at the last second, and you're like, oh, what am I gonna wear? And you don't have anything, so you have to go shopping like 2 hours before the audition. You go crazy, and then you get there, and like everybody's all nervous and jittery, and everybody looks the same, and you're like, I'll never get it, but what the heck? And then you enter the room and like the casting director is like all stressed out because they're late, they want to get it over with, so you just like try to make them laugh or, make them feel a little better. And sometimes they're really rude to you, but that's okay. You gotta love it, right? I mean, that's our passion. That's our job, right? So I don't even care if I get the part. I just want to audition. And, sometimes I just leave my kids in the car while I do that. And the cops.
Do you crack a window when you do that?
Yeah, most of the time, yeah. I mean,
Is there snacks in the car for them to eat on?
my parents used to do it all the time. I'm still here. I mean,
Guys,
what's the problem?
okay, guys, thank you so much for sharing all of your stories of failure. I'm very inspired by all your failures. Thank you.
Failure, but
We didn't say failure.
that's kind of rough.
I mean, you're not being paid to be actors, and you're just auditioning and not getting parts. So I guess that's considered a failure, right? Now, it gets me to my next point that I want to share with you. Let's actually start this meeting after you share your story. So I have prepared here some graphs for you, and we're going to talk now about stats.
Why?
Okay? We need to know about the statistics of acting, of how an actor gets famous, right? What's going on here? Whoa! Okay. That's the camera. Don't touch the. Okay. Theodora, did she leave? Where's Theodora?
Right here.
Ah!
I would rather live in the dark than deal with statistics.
They ask you to do weird shit at auditions, but this one is like a first.
We have to go through these. It's part of the process, guys. First, I have a chart here that shows you that only 2% of the actors actually make a living.
We know that.
Out of 140,000 actors in America, only 50 are famous. That's right. Yes. That's it. And that's not you, right? Also, you can see in this graph, right? You are in red because you make no money for acting, right? You are the 98% of people who don't make a living out of acting. Only 2% of them make a living. 1% are famous. Yeah. If you want to be famous, you have to have a rich mommy and daddy. Do you have a rich mommy and daddy? Are you from a well-off family? Are you?
Comes from a legendary family, but they didn't pass any of their fortune down.
No money here, right? Empty pockets. I thought so. Now, also, if you are young, you can make it. Anybody here is young?
I'm young.
Well, I mean under 25.
They say I can play 25.
Me too.
All right, we established that too. Now, also, if you are a white, straight male, you can.
Right here, I'm straight.
Yeah, we can see that.
What do you mean by that?
You also have to be young, John.
Oh, I'm not that old, right?
You're not that young.
What are you looking at?
Great. Now that we've established the numbers, now that we know and we learn from the numbers, right? You know that you cannot be famous. That's just statistics. That's just proof that you cannot make it. You will not make it.
But wait a minute. My teacher used to say that you don't have to be famous to be accomplished. So,
You're right, if you're a plumber.
But can't you be accomplished with $5,000 a year? Isn't that like the average actor's earning?
You got a point. $5,000 a year. Perfect. Thank you for being with me here and following my line of thought.
well, I used to make great tips at the bar I worked at.
Well, that doesn't count as acting.
Well, sometimes I pretended to have a British accent to make more tips. Does that count?
Sometimes.
No, that does not count.
Sorry, we're just joking,
All right.
Whatever.
This brings me to the next point, right? Now, in your lives, have people told you that you were special? Right? Everybody tells you you're special. Your parents, your boyfriends, your husbands. Right? You're special. You feel like you're special, right? You go to your acting classes and you feel like you got it, like you have it, like you have in your blood, right? Yes. But you don't. You are not special. That's right. 140,000 people think they're special. Why do you think you cannot make it? They all can act like you. They all know method acting, Chekhov, whatever you call it. They're not special. Unless you're rich, white, straight, you're not. You're not even young. That's right. Guys, that's gonna be our new mantra. Because you are not special.
Fertilizer.
Wait, what do you mean?
That's what we are. We are a fertilizer for that 1%. That's what Herbert used to say.
Burger?
Yes.
So we're fertilizer for like Brad Pitt?
That's right.
And Charlize Theron?
That's right.
And The Rock, and Scarlett Johansson, and Alec Baldwin.
Hey.
So you mean we make them grow?
Yes, that's right.
Oh.
We may as well call ourselves shit.
Oh.
Okay, that's going a little too far. Okay, but I can go with plumber or fertilizer, but not shit. That's a little too much,
But
right?
that's what it is.
But I think we should have a mantra now. We should all say, you're with me? Is everyone here with me?
Yeah.
I am not special. I am not special. Yes, that's why you're here, because you understand that you are not special, that you cannot make it. I am not special. Yes.
Oh, I have an idea.
say that. How can you say it?
I have an idea. We should use that acting technique
No,
where we
No.
think I am special, but we are actually saying I am not special. Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
All together?
Okay, ready?
I am not
Special.
I am so unspecial. I'm the most unspecial person in the world.
No, that's not what I thought. No, that's not what. Okay, could you please leave the room? I think you should listen. It's you guys.
It was her. She
I
didn't do
do.
anything.
It was me.
It's fine. It's just that I like. There's a little energy here. She didn't come for the meeting, right? I'm sorry. I mean, I really like you, but not really. So just take it like an audition that you didn't make it. So we'll call you.
Okay.
Okay?
I got it.
Just wait for that call.
Yeah. And I mean, this was the audition for the James Franco
No,
movie,
there's
right?
no James Franco movie. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You didn't make 2 callbacks.
I'm sorry, but are you kind of weak because you're a cancer patient?
No, this was for my character. You know, I figured she'd be a blonde. Just an idea I had, you know, before the audition. And I think James Franco, he likes blondes.
All right, no more James
Never mind.
Franco here. Thank you.
I'll go see you next door. Bye.
Take care. Take care.
Excuse me, I'm just gonna go to the
And what
restroom.
do you need your bag with you, Charles?
Oh, it just has the things that I need.
Okay. Well, you go to the bathroom. Do you need your jacket too?
Okay, fine, you caught me. I'm going to the James Franco audition. And if it doesn't work out, I'll be back.
All right, guys. So that's because of people like this.
You are so not committed.
Exactly, right? I see that the ones that are here still are ready to quit, right? You made the right decision for your lives.
This is hard.
It's hard.
You know, it's kind of like it's making me think of how, you know, in The Seagull, Nina says, I am a seagull.
No, please. No Siegel references here. No more theater, no Chekhov, no Shakespeare. It's just, let's leave that all in the past, okay? We're done with this. So let's actually think about when we can meet again. I think we've been very productive. So what about next week? Maybe Monday? How about Monday?
No, I'm sorry, I can't do Mondays. That's when my improv group meets, so I'm
Wait.
booked, sorry.
Improv?
I mean, just a thing like that.
John, can we do it next Monday? Let's try it again. Can we do it next Monday?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, I will be there.
Monday it
Be
is.
here.
Oh, hello guys.
There wasn't a James Franco audition.
Put yourself in the danger zone. You got no cash, no house, no home. Put yourself in the danger zone.
Chaque angle, c'est zone de danger.
Put yourself in the danger zone. You got no cash, no house, no home. Put yourself in the danger zone.
Chaque angle, c'est zone de danger. Tracas de face, faut finir au Valhalla. Le danger, c'est pas loué du Wallah. Mais la cesse de l'homme sont les scripts sacrés. Au gré de savoir pour écraser. Ça craint. Comme 5 coups sur chaque poteau, un œil scruteur. Et pieuvre du privé, des habilleurs.
Danger,
C'est
danger.
que personne veut retirer cette misère. Façon billet.
Danger, danger.
Tout le monde veut retirer sa demeure dessus son pied, à ne plus faire rêver les minots, les minorités éliminées, à les exploser, les exploiter pour du minerai. Voilà et tout, ma mine me mènera, ni rallye, ni zri, ni laser, je n'ai pas le sérum, mes rimes, mes rames, même s'il n'y a pas de verbe comme sous Rome.
Put yourself in the danger zone. You got no cash, no house, no home. Put yourself in the danger zone.
Chaque angle